it appears the Trump regime is planning to come after naturalized American citizens. Now, none of this, of course, should be surprising. I mean, they talked about it. You had Stephen Miller out there enthusiastically suggesting it. Racist Nosferatu. Maybe that's a knock on actual Nosferatu. I don't know. I don't know if vampires are naturally racist or not. I don't know, but certainly Stephen Miller is. But anyway, he suggested it. And of course, you had the idea that was in Project 2025, which is about 50% complete. So we knew this was coming. This is, of course, despite Trump claiming, oh, no, the Project 2025 is never going to happen. No, I don't even know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't like it. I like most of it. I don't plan on doing any of it. Coffee boy, whatever. Sir, this was about Project 2025. Do you know anything about it? Pretty much. But now, of course, about 50% complete. And there you go. And of course, now the DOJ is taking their first step in coming after naturalized American citizens, stripping citizenship from those who applied for it and received it. For what, you ask? Well, not for crimes. No, for explicitly political reasons. Now, there's a June 11th memo titled Civil Division Enforcement Priorities that was written by Assistant Attorney General Brett Shumat. And it lays out that plan. See, the memo is directing the government to maximally go after denaturalization cases. And it even ranks which kinds of cases should receive the most attention. At the top of the list are cases against those that they claim will pose a potential danger to national security, including those with a nexus to terrorism. Now, what exactly does any of that mean? I don't know. It's pretty vague, ain't it? Well, that's on purpose. Look, denaturalization is a pretty big thing, right? And normally it deals with a narrow set of circumstances. Okay. So, for example, maybe somebody lied on their citizenship application. Or perhaps they failed to disclose something significant enough that, had it been disclosed, the government would have declined to grant the person citizenship in the first place. Like, okay, so you have ties to certain, I don't know, groups, like Al Qaeda or something. Okay, and the government might be like, yeah, no, we're gonna have to reject this one. Okay, now if that's the case, and they find out, yeah, then the government has to file a civil lawsuit in federal court in order to revoke citizenship. That said, normally though, they go after war criminals or other kinds of very serious criminals. But no longer will you have to be a criminal to be targeted. Well, then what's the criteria? Now it's being expanded to having the wrong kind of politics. That's right. For example, Tufts student Rumeysa Öztürk had written a pro-Palestine op-ed in a student newspaper. This administration had accused her of supporting Hamas and then used that to revoke her visa. That's right. So basically, if you have the wrong politics, i.e., you believe that Palestinians are human beings, then you're gone. We're going to take your citizenship away, and then we're going to send you somewhere else. Hell, we might even send you to CCOT. Or if you're a person on the left, like Zoran Mamdani, who was born in Uganda, naturalized in 2018, and you happen to beat Andrew Cuomo in a New York City mayoral primary, oh, no, we can't have that. And by the way, add in the fact that he's Muslim, Oh, unacceptable. Unacceptable. The regime will not have this. No. We got to get rid of him. And that's why Donald Trump was talking about literally stripping his citizenship and then deporting him. Cassandra Robinson, a law professor at Case Western Reserve University, would study denaturalization in America, told Talking Points memo. The government's aim is to push the envelope, just as we've seen in these other areas of immigration more broadly. They're intending to bring that same spirit into denaturalization. I mean, look, Representative Andy Ogles, who's a disgusting person, literally asked the DOJ last week to review denaturalizing Mamdani over a rap that he had performed, praising a specific charity group, I believe. I mean, there it is. Trump himself said on Tuesday, a lot of people are saying that Mamdani he's an illegal. He's here illegally. What? No, they're afraid of him because he's young and populist. He's actually populist, not the fake right-wing populist, but he's an actual populist. Wants to give people free bus fare, okay? Or be able to allow people to ride the bus for free. City-run grocery stores, which of course completely piss off the people that are continuously raising the prices of groceries in order to get as much money as they can. It would cut into their profits, wouldn't it? And so, yeah, that's why they're against him. That's why they're against him. Now, the other thing here about this whole thing is how vague being a danger to our national security is, how vague that statement is. Because I think that's really important to point out. Okay. That, oh, yeah, no, this person is a danger to our national security. Well, why is it? He once was he's a Muslim. That's it. That's enough. That's enough. And it is enough for them. I mean, they'll make up whatever reason they can think of to justify stripping citizenship from people, especially those who are getting involved in politics. And I'm afraid that the courts will not be able to protect those people who will be targeted. Look, the judiciary, I know up to the Supreme Court, has largely upheld the concept of citizenship for naturalized Americans. But I don't expect the Supreme Court to uphold that, especially since they recently handed Trump a gigantic win on birthright citizenship by stopping courts from being able to issue nationwide injunctions. So, look, the whole court case wasn't even about birthright citizenship, even though it was related to it. It was about these injunctions, right? But without those nationwide injunctions, which stopped Trump from enacting his ban on birthright citizenship, now every person that they are going to try to denaturalize and deport to take their citizenship away has to go to court. And not everyone has the resources to be able to take them to court. That's one of the problems here. Okay. And so, look, even if Trump isn't able to carry out these threats effectively in a as wide of a, group of people as he wants to strip citizenship from, it doesn't matter, because there is still the fact that if people are targeted, or when people are targeted, this is going to chill political speech and political activity. Patrick Weil, a visiting professor at Yale Law School, who wrote a book on the history of denaturalization in the United States, told a Talking Points memo last year that these threats against people, threatening to denaturalize them, to strip their citizenship away, is mainly a tool to scare people into compliance. He said it's a policy of fear that he's trying to do. Getting back to Robertson, the Case Western professor, she added, if you have one group of people who feels very comfortable that their citizenship is secure, i.e. many MAGAs, okay, they will feel much more comfortable being politically active. But if you have another group of people who worries that if their political activity gets on the wrong side of somebody in power, that their lives and livelihoods might be vulnerable, that is a lesser citizenship. That is a reason why people might step back from political participation. And that is the overall point. To stop certain naturalized citizens from getting involved in the political process, for even speaking out on behalf of other people that are being targeted. At the end of the day, this is simply a way to try to shut out any voice that dares speak out against Donald Trump's racist and anti-immigrant policies.
Watch this space.